your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey there, good evening to you on what has been a very overcast, kind of cloudy day. You can see that on our Roofing Dog iNet Gibson Area Hospital camera in Gibson City, where, again, these clouds have been thick all day. Showers to our north and west. We're not seeing any rainfall here locally, just hanging out closer to areas like Peru and Davenport, Iowa. And boy, what a difference once again today is made. Champaign, not too bad, 72. It's a warmer 80 degrees in Effingham. Springfield, not bad either, at 72 degrees through this evening. We'll see those temperatures fall off again, back down to the mid-60s by 11 p.m. It's going to get a lot cooler, and the humidity is going away. We'll show you when to expect that when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now, from WCIA 3 News.
House Republicans charge Speaker Madigan with bribery, extortion, and a criminal conspiracy. Why their investigation into the Speaker hit a brick wall today. Coming up.
Also tonight, police are trying to open up the conversation to change. Which city wants your help to make it happen?
That was something that was very near and dear to her heart.
And that showed in this gift. Which band just got the largest donation in school history?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
Engaging in a bribery scheme, an extortion scheme, conspiracy to violate federal and state laws.
Those are the charges House Republicans filed against Speaker Madigan today, officially starting a long process that could result in expelling the longest-serving House Speaker in American history. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Federal prosecutors continue to make their criminal corruption case, but state lawmakers are taking on a new investigation of their own to determine whether or not to discipline or possibly expel the Speaker from the State House. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, was in Springfield for the first special investigative committee meeting.
The big question is who should testify? What evidence can this committee uncover? And could any of that information thwart federal prosecutors in their attempt to build their corruption case?
We're going to contact the U.S. Attorney's Office quickly.
Committee Chairman Chris Welch quickly dismissed the first special investigative committee meeting without setting a date for the next one.
This committee must avoid taking any action that can be an interference with an ongoing federal investigation.
Welch plans to ask U.S. Attorney John Lausch for his blessing to continue. Republicans clamoring for a chance to grill Speaker Madigan in person.
The Speaker should come forward.
Said their investigation is different than the criminal corruption case.
Representative Madigan engaged in conduct which is unbecoming to a legislator or which constitutes a breach of public trust.
You're saying crimes. What crimes?
That is not for this body to decide. This body is to decide the charge of whether or not the Speaker has acted in a manner unbecoming to a representative.
Welch said he won't take sides.
The integrity of the committee requires an unbiased investigation and due process to the named member.
But will he order the Speaker to take the witness stand?
I don't think it's the job of the Illinois House of Representatives to do criminal investigation. That's what the U.S. Attorney is doing.
Don't you have the power to compel him to testify?
We have let the Speaker know that he has a right to be a part of this entire process.
Do you want to see him testify?
I'm going to reach out to the U.S. Attorney's Office and go from there.
Speaker Madigan is not facing any criminal charges at this time. ComEd, though, has confessed in federal charging documents to trying to bribe members of his inner circle in exchange for laws that would boost their bottom line. One of those former ComEd executives, Fidel Marquez, was charged just last week. Speaker Madigan previously said he did nothing wrong. Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell.
Now, ComEd agreed to pay a $200 million fine to avoid criminal charges in the corruption case. The federal prosecution documents do not spell out exactly what Madigan might have known about that scheme. This is a follow-up. A man accused of murder is still on the run. State police are searching for 19-year-old Rick Medor. He's wanted for the shooting death of 19-year-old Kyle Johnson in Olney on Sunday. Medor is considered armed and dangerous. State police arrested 33-year-old Tara Hawes yesterday in connection to the shooting. She's facing first-degree murder by accountability charges. Crews are investigating a Paris fire as suspicious. It happened on Springfield and Grandview yesterday in Paris. The building was abandoned but used to be a bait shop. Investigators say it didn't have any electric or gas hooked up. They're asking anyone who saw anything to call them. What should the police department look like in Champaign? City officials are asking for your ideas. They'll be hosting what's being called community listening sessions. There will be 5 of these events. You can share visions for the future of public safety. Chief Cobb will be there. The information gathered will then be shared with the City Council.
We want active community participation in these listening sessions. We hope there's a lot of participation. And obviously there's a lot of interest in this topic, not just in our community, but around the country.
These sessions will be held virtually because of the pandemic. For those times and dates, just go to our website where we have a link. McLean County has another COVID-19 death. A man in his 70s is the 18th victim. The 7-day positivity rate has also seen a rise. It's up to 10.2% with 35 new cases. McLean County now has almost 2,700 cases. Good news from the U of I campus in Urbana. New cases are trending slightly downward despite the holiday weekend. 6 days ago, Anthony Fauci warned Illinois was at risk for a spike. Health officials urged families and students to be vigilant. So the results at UIUC? Fewer new cases compared to a week before. Last Monday, there were 230 positive cases. On Labor Day this week, there were 69. And so far, the numbers have all been in the double digits. On Tuesday, the most recent day available, there were 81. The 7-day positivity rate on campus is below 1%. Statewide, there are about 2,000 new cases. That makes more than 255,000 overall. Public Health reports 28 more deaths. More than 8,200 people have died from the disease. More job opportunities are on the way for people who lost their jobs during the pandemic. A couple new federal grants will create 1,300 new jobs related to the pandemic recovery. That could mean openings for custodians, food distributors, or contact tracers, among others. Governor Pritzker says the $16 million in federal grants will help bring job numbers back up.
This federal funding, made possible by the Department of Labor's Employment Recovery and Disaster Recovery grant programs, will help us address a goal for reinvigorating our economy.
This money will go to employment centers across the state. From there, those centers are hoping to start training people for positions starting this fall. From our election headquarters now, can't make it to the ballot box in November. Election officials want to bring the box to you. The Champaign County Clerk says his office is bringing portable drop-off boxes to several communities. It's to help make returning mail-in ballots easier. They'll be in Tolono, St. Joseph, Rantoul, and Mahomet. You can find them from 1 to 3 every Saturday in October. You only need to drive up. For the exact locations, just go back to our website, WCIA.com. Changes are coming to the way you make phone calls, what a new area code means for you, and also tonight. No concerts or shows this fall. Why a high school band is still celebrating.
And a recap of today, 74, that's it in the temperature department, 64 for the low. Lots of cloud cover helping to keep those temperatures down with a lack of sunshine. Got a nice Friday in store. We'll look at that and rain for your Saturday when we come back.